Hello, my friends. I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Jane Hogan here, the wellness engineer, and I was just writing a email for my audience, and I thought I would share it actually here on live video. So here's what's happening. I was training for a ultra trail. Well, it's not really an ultra trail run, a trail run. It was only 13 kilometers. And so this is a big deal because I had rheumatoid arthritis in 2016. I could barely walk. And here I am now training for trail runs and doing a lot of great things with it and having fun with it. So I've got this race coming up, 13 kilometers at Gaspésia, which is on the Gaspé Peninsula in Quebec. And I was training for it and I was gradually building up my distance and practicing on hills. And so a week before the race, I'm coming down Marble Mountain, which is the alpine ski hill near where I live. And I was coming down fast. And I thought, ooh, as I was running, I thought, this is great. I'm actually maybe even will set a personal best time coming down this hill. And then the next minute, I was actually starting to lose my footing. I didn't fall, thank goodness. I didn't fall, but I was losing my footing and I kind of rolled over on my ankle and I knew I'd hurt it. And so luckily my husband had poles, hiking poles that he was practicing with. So I used his poles to get myself down the hill and he went and got the car and picked me up. And anyway, I didn't think it was that bad. And I don't even know if I've ever rolled my ankle or twisted my ankle before. If I did, it was probably when I was a teenager. It hasn't been in at least 50 years. So it didn't seem that bad. I thought, okay, I'll just rest it. And I put a like ice pack on and I elevated it and, didn't think much more of it. And then the next day, it started to swell a lot because I hadn't done compression. And it turned all kinds of interesting colors of purple and black and green. And anyway, then I really got serious about putting ice packs on, putting the compression on, elevating it. And actually, I'm pretty amazed just watching the body and seeing how the body can heal is pretty cool. So it's healing, but coming up to the race, I'm wondering, am I going to be able to do this race? We're going there anyway because my daughter is running. She's participating in a longer race, her and her partner. My husband's running 35 kilometers. So I'm going to be there anyway. And I've already registered for the race. And I've still got time to decide. But as it gets closer, I'm thinking, should I even do this? It feels like, part of me, I really honor my word and honor my commitment. So part of me feels like I need to honor my commitment. I need to do what I said I was going to do. And then another part of me is saying, be sensible. Don't strain it because actually 3 weeks later, I'm doing another race that's 15 kilometers. So part of me is going, don't just be sensible and rest it. Don't push it. Anyway, so it got me thinking about handling these feelings because life happens to us, right, and for us, and these things come up to let us know where we're not free. There's a guy I really like, and he's got a quote. Peter Crone is his name, and I really like this quote that he's quite famous for. It says, life will present you with people and circumstances to will reveal where you're not free. So the fact that I've got either one of these feelings means I don't have freedom there. I'm not really okay with whatever happens. And so I decided that this is where I need to apply one of my tools. And my tool that I love to use for this is ask where, not why. So in other words, why not getting into the story of why do I feel like this? Why can't I do this? Why do I feel disappointment? Why do I feel hurt, or why do I feel like I need to completely, no matter what, honor my word? So instead, we can really get into a whole lot of story about that, but I don't need to get into the story because the body reveals to us where we're not free. So I'll tell you how we do that. You notice this feeling that you're having, whatever it is, and then you get out of the story in your head and you go to your body and you say, where am I feeling this? So just, you may need to close your eyes. So think about something that might be bothering you, or the last thing that bothered you. So don't think about it for too long though, just kind of enough to bring it to mind to trigger the feeling. And then notice in your body where you feel it. So you get kind of quiet. Notice where you're feeling it. For me, with this one, I'm kind of feeling it in my chest area and up to my throat. My chest and up to my throat. So in that area, what I want to do now is kind of pretend that this area is like a small child or a pet that's hurt. Because it is a feeling of hurt, right? Whatever that feeling is. And so we kind of pretend that this area was a small child or a pet that was hurt. And what would you do if you had a child that you loved that was hurt, or a pet that you loved that was hurt? You would probably hug it, right? You would probably hug it and say, it's okay. It's going to be all right. I've got you now. It's going to pass. It's all good. You're okay. And as I speak to myself in these compassionate tones, and I kind of imagine that area, I'm like hugging it, I almost feel the feeling is coming down. Now, the next thing I would do is imagine that I'm breathing into that area. So breathing this loving and compassion feeling. So then I'll focus on my breath. And I'll breathe it. Imagine that I'm breathing it into that area. It's pretty easy for the throat and the heart area. But, if your area was your knee, for example, just use your imagination. Just get yourself there. Just imagine that you're pulling the breath as you breathe it in and you're pulling it to that area. And along with the breath comes this like loving, compassionate feeling. And notice I had a little involuntary sigh there. That's a sign that I'm releasing. Or you may cry. Some form of release may show up, or you just may your shoulders may relax. You just may feel more relaxed. So this is a super tool. I can already feel it's just like, okay, it's just might still be there a tiny little bit. So I might do a little bit more work on this, but you don't have to. But just notice that you've got less of that feeling than you did before. And you can do it for longer. You can repeat it lots of times. Call this ask where, not why. So give it a try. Let me know how that feels. I've also got another great tool for relaxation that I call my audio bundle. It's like a 3-part affirmations and a little meditation and a little breath work. So if you'd like to have that, then just type, it's called Relief with Peace. So just type relief in the, or even just an R in the comments and I'll send it along to you. But I'll also put the link up here on the screen. Wait now, let's see. There we go. So you can also go to my website, thewellnessengineer.com/audio bundle, and you can get it that way too. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you'd like to see more of what I'm doing and some of these tips for helping you find more freedom, whether I help a lot of people with chronic pain and chronic health conditions, and really emotions are behind a lot of it. And so getting control of our emotions, regulating our nervous system is how we can put the body into a state of healing. And actually, all the stuff that I'm doing is going to help that ankle even more. So stay tuned to figure out whether did I do the race or did I not do the race. I'll be posting here to let you know. All right, my friends, we'll see you again soon. Have a wonderful day. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel, or if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, then please follow. All right, we'll talk later. Bye.